If you were no longer able to speak for yourself, would your loved ones know your final wishes? Diane Atwood, who writes the blog Catching Health, is here to talk about this issue, end-of-life conversations from a personal point of view, because you've dealt with this in your own family, right?
I have. And I've even warned my children that I probably will be a burden. But
Aww.
Yeah, that's sort of what they said. Aww, thanks for warning us, Mom. But having a conversation about end-of-life issues, when everyone is alive and well, whether it's with your kids or with your parents, can be really, really difficult, usually. In his later years, I often went with my father to medical appointments. There he is a few years ago. One time in my presence, the doctor asked him about his living will. And my dad said, well, when it's my time, just let me go. I don't want any extraordinary measures. So I basically freaked out because I did not want to think about my dad dying. But here's the good thing that happened. It opened the door to a discussion with both of my parents, and they made sure that their advance directives, living will and medical powers of attorney, were in order. We also made funeral arrangements together, and I'll tell you that story in a minute. If you want to start the conversation with your family, tell them why. Use me as an excuse. Diane Atwood was talking about the issue and it got me to thinking. Here are some more tips. Choose a quiet, comfortable place to talk. Ask for permission to discuss the topic. You may get some resistance. Don't be discouraged. Try again another time. And be a good listener. This is a discussion, not a debate. I've got more tips on catchinghealth.com. I'll also tell you where you can download Maine's Advance Directive form. Just look for the picture of my dad and me and click on it.
Excuse me.
Now, the story about the funeral arrangements.
Yes.
So my dad did most of the talking when we were there, and my mother was clearly not thrilled about being there. And then when the funeral director said, Beverly, would you like to choose your coffin today? And she said, no, I don't think so, maybe another time. But then she noticed that the interior of the coffin that my father had chosen also came in a soft blue. And suddenly her face lit up and she says, blue's my favorite color. I'll take it.
All right, so injecting a little bit of sense of humor into this can maybe help take the edge off a little bit then.
Yes, you know, it's the fear of having the conversation, I think, that's worse than anything at all. But if you can just get talking, yes. And
getting started may be the hardest part and then go from there.
Yeah,
all right.
And you can have some fun.
An important topic, an important topic. Thanks, Diane, very much. Her Catching Health blog is online, and we're right back.